Well, hey guys, how are you? Welcome back. I am Summer with Summer Sweet Shop, and I'm so excited that you were here because today we're talking about how to turn your cookie hobby into a business. So this is not just any business. We're talking about a profitable business that makes money that you are able to live on. Or maybe you just want to pay a few expenses for your family. Maybe you want to pay for your family's next vacation. Maybe you want to pay for your kids' summer camp. That's what we're talking about today, of how you can turn this hobby and this love of cookies into a thriving, profitable business. So I have to tell you, years ago when my cookie journey first started, I was making cookies for my family, and my husband was eating quite a bit of cookies, and he was like, I can't eat any more of these. Like, you've got to do something else with these. And because I was making them for all different occasions and holidays and all of the things. And I decided I was going to take some cookies to my Bible study that I was a part of. It was a Bible study for like other young moms. And I was like, this would be perfect. Like, you always do like a little potluck and everything. And so I was like, I'll take some cookies for our next meeting. And so I decided to take some pumpkins and some leaves because I love those. It was in the fall, so I was like, these would be perfect. And I just really wanted to share these with my friends. They didn't know that I had picked up this like new skill and all. And I wanted to show them these like fun treats. And also I knew that they would enjoy tasting them. So I'd only been making cookies for my immediate family for just a short amount of time. And I was nervous about like telling them about this new world of cookies that I had just discovered. And fast forward to the event, I made it to my mom's group, and my cookies were a huge hit at this meeting. Everyone was talking about them, and not only were they saying how beautiful that they were, which I was really proud of. They weren't perfect. I had just started decorating cookies, but they were amazed at how delicious these cookies were. I even had friends that were coming up to me saying, Summer, usually these cookies that are this pretty don't taste this good. They kind of taste like cardboard, but these taste really, really good. And I was so excited. I was just beaming, and I was like so pumped that not only did they love the way that these looked, but they also loved the way that they taste. And some of my friends even said, Summer, you could like charge for these. Like, do you realize that like you could charge money for these, and you could do these for people's parties, for their events? And that really started getting me thinking. And I hadn't really thought about it before then, but it really started to get those wheels turning in my head. And that comment really stuck with me. That, hey, you could charge for these. And it really planted a seed of what could be possible for my life and for this cookie hobby that I had picked up. And if you're reading this, maybe this sounds familiar. And you might have heard like similar things from your friends and family after you've taken cookies to a holiday party or made them for your child's birthday party. That, hey, your cookies are so amazing. You should start selling these. Well, the thing is, starting a business and turning these cookies, this hobby, into a business sounds like a dream. And who wouldn't love to make money doing something that you love, right? We all want to do that. But the real deal is most people really have no idea where to start. I had no idea where to start. I didn't know what to do, how to get started. And maybe you were like me, that I was like, I don't even know how much to charge for these cookies. Like, what are they worth? I have no idea. How do I know? Do I just do these? Do I need to do anything legally? Do I need to have like a license or a food prep cottage law? Like, what do I need in that department? And then the self-doubt started to come in and started to say, well, if you put these cookies for sale, what makes you think that people are going to buy them? I know. And that's not a fun place to be, but that's definitely the thoughts and the doubts that were in my head. And it can be very overwhelming when you are just starting out. And when you're dealing with royal icing, spreadsheets are probably not your thing. Maybe they are, and maybe that's your side gig, and this is your way of decompressing from all of the numbers. But most of us are not familiar with business licensing, numbers, finances, all of those things. They're not on our radar, most likely. And because of that, so many people just stay stuck in that hobby mode, and they really miss out on the potential that they could build something really incredible. And so your talent, when you do that, your talent goes hidden. That opportunity goes away. That opportunity for income, for flexibility, for confidence, for you to have something that is yours, that is, whether that's contributing to anything, maybe it's just contributing to you buying shoes, who knows? But it takes away that confidence and that self-worth that you feel about yourself. And I don't want that to be the case. I don't want you to leave anything on the table. It would be a big shame if you didn't allow these cookies that you love so much, that you have enjoyed learning how to make, and that you enjoy making, for you to just store that away and not use it, and then not be able to have profit to put in your pocket at the end of the day. So I want to let you know that it is very, very possible for you to turn your cookie hobby into a business. And that's both fun and it is profitable. What's better than that, right? So the key to turning your cookie hobby into a business is you got to have a plan. You got to have a plan that treats your cookies like a business, not just this like fun little hobby that you have on the side, just kind of like a bake sale. That's not what we're looking for. You got to have a plan, and that plan has got to combine your creativity. It's got to have a great strategy, and you got to be able to move from, hey, I'm just baking these for fun, to confidently selling your cookies to people live, right? And that people who want to pay for them, who, while you have to have that confidence that you are making a great product that's going to change their life, whether that's for their event, whether that's for a party, whatever it is, that you have to know that you are solving a problem for them. So you're probably thinking, okay, well, that sounds great to turn this hobby into a business, but how exactly do I do that? Like, how do I go about doing that? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because today we're going to talk about 5 different steps for you to take action for you to start moving this cookie hobby to a business, and how you're going to do that, and what that's going to look like. So step 1, we're going to start with a solid foundation. You've got to start with a solid foundation. I mentioned this several times of like licensing and all of that. The first thing you need to do is you got to get legal. So you're going to research state and local requirements for selling your baked goods. Most areas and most states require a food and cottage law, or they don't require, they have a food and cottage law. And this is what you will most likely operate under. Every state is going to be different what those stipulations are under the food and cottage law. But I encourage you, all you have to do is Google Tennessee food and cottage law, and it'll pop up and tell you what the requirements are for that. It might be posting the ingredients that are in your cookies on your product. It might be that you are having to make them without animals in your house, things like that. Or it might be that you're not allowed to ship outside of your state, but you're allowed to ship within your state. So take a look at those. I want you to dive into what are the food cottage laws in your state so that you are operating legally. Next, you're going to pick a name for your business. Now, this name should be catchy. It should be a memorable name that people are going to remember. And I don't want you to, if you are wanting to sell more than just cookies, maybe put something that is baking related in your title, or I'm sorry, in your business name, but not necessarily cookies. Or that was honestly why I chose Summer Sweet Shop, because I was like, might want to do cookies one day, or maybe I wanted to sell cupcakes one day, or maybe I want to sell Rice Krispie treats. I don't know, but I wanted to put a name in there that would not pinpoint me, not box me into only selling cookies. So think about that before you pick your business name. Number 3 is you're going to set up shop, most likely in your home. So you're going to create a Facebook group. You're going to set up shop online, and a Facebook page. You want to start a Facebook page. I think I said group. It's really a Facebook page. That's what you want to do, and then create an Instagram account as well. This is going to be the place that you showcase your work. Maybe you share tips. Maybe you share about your pre-sales that you've got going on. Whatever it is, that's where you're going to be marketing your cookies. You don't have to start with a website in the beginning. I know that that can be super overwhelming and intimidating, and I want you to know that you'll get there. You don't have to get that right off the bat. Remember, we are just setting the foundation for our cookie business. Step number 2 is you're going to price like a pro. I want you to calculate the cost of your cookies, and what you're going to do is you're going to take your ingredients, how much your packaging is, from your bags to your boxes, and I want you to look at your time. And that's how you're going to be able to calculate, hey, this is how much these cookies are. Your time, you're going to say, how much do you want to make per hour? And that's going to help you determine what you are going to be pricing your cookies at. Some other ways to help you with that pricing is researching your market. Find out, be a mystery shopper, and find out what other local bakers or other cookiers are charging in your area. This should be pretty easy for you to look at. And I don't want you to be the cheapest baker on the block, and I don't want you to be the most expensive cookier on the block, okay? So you need to make sure that you are looking at how much you're spending on ingredients, your time, your expenses, and then I want you to make sure that you are somewhere there in the middle for your skill level as well. And then you're gonna build in the profit. So your prices should reflect what it costs to make those cookies, but what you're worth is going to be in there as well. So spend some time creating them and creating that pricing structure so that you know. And that pricing structure doesn't have to be every cookie is this amount of money. A lot of bakers and a lot of cookiers have different pricing structures, that this simple cookie is X amount of dollars. When you add more details to that cookie, maybe you're adding extra elements like lettering or florals or details on a cookie, those add time. So those are going to add the expense to the cookie. So make sure that you research that and you figure out what you want to price them at, and make sure you price them so that you're not losing money at the end of the day, or you're not making like $2 an hour. Step number 3 is market yourself confidently. Right, we already talked about you're going to be setting up your Facebook and your Instagram pages for your business. That's step 1 for marketing. And you're going to start small. You're going to start small by just telling your friends and family, your coworkers, your neighbors that you are selling cookies. Word of mouth is so powerful, especially in the cookie world, as you are networking. If you are a young mom, or if you are a young woman and you're involved in other groups and activities, this is going to be a great place for you to really start to network in your area and really start to build your business. Number 2 on the marketing for you marketing yourself confidently, I'll get this straight, is use social media. You're going to be using that Facebook group page and that Instagram page to really showcase your work and show them what you have to offer, who you are. Here I am, like this is what I'm offering to my community. And you're going to share photos. You can share captions like of, hey, I'm now taking orders for the holidays. I would love to make your Valentine's cookies. Here's what I have. And then you can even offer samples if you want. If people are asking for that and you're not as well known in your area, maybe you just moved to a new place, you can offer samples for people to taste test your work. And then, like I did in the beginning when I first took my cookies, I knew that once they tasted them, they were going to be hooked and wanting to order them for all their events. Step number 5 is you're going to simplify your systems. So you want to streamline your ordering. Make sure that you are either using like a Google form or a Jot form or someplace, maybe it's even just an email that you have set up with Gmail. Whatever it is, I want you to make sure it's streamlined, that all of your orders are coming in one place. That is the number one, maybe the number one thing I would recommend when you start taking orders is have one place that all of those orders are coming in so that you are not getting text messages, you're not getting WhatsApp messages, you're not getting DMs of people wanting to place an order with you. If you do that, I promise you the orders will get lost, they'll get messed up, you'll forget them. It's not a good scenario, and I'm telling you from experience, the worst feeling of the world is when you get a text that says, hey, when can I pick up my order? And you don't have that order done. There's like your stomach drops into your pit and you're just like, I don't even know how that happened. So have one way that they do that. You can create a Google form. You can go to Jotform, that's Jotform, and you could create a order form for them right there. You could do it in your email. Just as simple as, hey, send me an email. And I used to get direct messages all the time from people wanting orders. And all I would say is, please email me at summer@summersweetshop.com. And that's what they would do. Then you're going to create a schedule. I want you to create a schedule of, this is going to help determine like, how much do you want to work. Maybe you don't want to work on Fridays. So you're going to set up a schedule of how, when you're baking your cookies, when are you decorating cookies, when are people picking up their cookies. So you're creating a schedule. Guess what the beautiful thing about having your own business, you get to decide. You get to decide how much do you want to work. Maybe you're like, I just want to take a couple orders a week, and that's a great place to start. Take a couple orders a week, and then you're going to be on your way to setting those orders up so that you can even take more as time allows. But decide how many orders you want to take and look at if there are certain days that you don't want to work and fit your schedule around that. And then number 3 with simplifying your systems is prep ahead of time. This is huge. You can make your dough ahead of time and freeze it. It's super easy. You can make your icing ahead of time and color it. Things that will save you time when your orders come in is huge. Okay, step number 5 is deliver quality every single time. You want to perfect your recipes that you're using. Most likely you're using one recipe, your sugar cookie recipe, and that's going to become most likely your signature sugar cookie recipe. So I want you to make sure that you really perfect that recipe and make sure that the flavors are great. You're using quality ingredients so that you have the best looking cookies every single time and the best tasting cookies every time. This is going to help you build up your confidence, and it's going to help you build up your consistency among your customers. Yes, consistency is not just for icing, right? And then I want you to look at your packaging. I want you to package professionally. There's a lot of great things out there. Amazon has a ton of them. Other shops also have some great resources for packaging your cookies that really take them up a notch and take them up a level. And I always say, with the great packaging, you can make some ugly cookies look really, really pretty and outstanding. So don't forget that. Think about clear bags that you're going to be using to bag your cookies, some cute boxes. They don't have to just be like white boxes or brown boxes. You could use some that are tailored towards the holidays or a season. You can use bows or ribbon to also tie around your cookie boxes that you were delivering. So lots of different things. You can really take it up a notch and really make your business look very professional. I know a last story I have here to share with you guys is about Tiffany, who was in our, or is still in our Next Level Cookie Club. And she started baking her cookies during her maternity leave when she had just had her baby. And she at first was just doing cookies for kids' birthdays. She had other kids as well. And so she was just doing them for her kids' birthdays that were coming up. And so they wanted Spider-Man cookies, and then they wanted princess cookies, and they wanted, remember she told me they did fire truck cookies one year. And but after, and so she dabbled in this, and she was just doing it as a hobby. And she was like, just like me, she had friends that were asking for cookies for their events that they were having and their celebrations. And she was like, okay, I think I can do this. And so she followed these steps on how to turn that hobby into a business. She did this last year, and now she has sold over 2,000 cookies. 2,000 cookies. And that was enough for her family to pay for their vacation this summer. And the best part was she was able to stay home and do all this with being able to raise her kids, being able to be attentive to them. And she was able to continue on this business and really serve her customers. And that can totally be your story too. You can serve your community, those people that are asking for cookies, they're asking for these delicious treats. It's definitely something that you can plan, that you can do, that you can execute, that it's going to help build your confidence as a business owner. It's going to give you courage, and it can really transform this fine cookie hobby that you have into a thriving business. A business, like I said, that's profitable, that is making money for you and your family. Like I said, maybe it's just to feed your shoe addiction, or maybe it really is what you are able to put food on the table for your family at the end of the day. That is a amazing accomplishment and something that you are able to do. So I want you to start thinking about that. Take these steps and start implementing them one step at a time, and you're gonna see, wow, I can actually do this. I can make this happen, and it's so exciting. So go out there, start rolling that dough, start baking those cookies more, telling more people about them, and you're gonna see a huge increase of people asking you for cookies. So thanks so much for being here, guys. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.